Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Order of Battle Pacific Battle of Britain. I got it right this time. Where we last left off, things seem to be going okay. I say that as the North gets bombed mercilessly, but that's okay. The Germans have added external fuel tanks, initially designed for the Ju-87R Stuka, on their Messerschmitt Bf-109 fighter. This new threat, the 109E7, has a significantly longer operational range and is likely to be encountered in combat soon. Another German strike force has been assembled in Scandinavia, now headed for our northeastern coast. Bad news! We've got one fighter in the area, and they are going to need to come back for gas. So we'll do that. We should concentrate firepower. On one of the bombers, so we can at least neutralize that threat. But all these guys are going to have to refuel and then get back in the air right away to start, hammering down the threats coming in the north. We're looking relatively good there. And what else we got? We got a 109. This is a Hurricane. That's a Spitfire, but you're damaged pretty damn bad. So let's get you landed. And let's take some fresh Spitfires. You are a Hurricane. I'd like to avoid any anti-aircraft. It doesn't look like there's any by Calais anymore. Well, there is still some by Calais, but nothing threatening here. And I think, honestly, the area in and around Dover here is very well protected. If we're already hitting the bombers while they're basically off the coast of Calais, things are looking good. Other areas, we're certainly not looking good, but over by Dover, things are looking just peachy keen. What do we got? I think I'd rather go down here and gamble on that being the Stuka we're hunting. And those bombers, I really can't see myself using again this mission. Let's see, do we want to go after... I guess really at this stage it would be better to refuel and come back at them with full tanks. I don't want to send that Hurricane against the 109. So I will send him this way because I should have some Spitfires hanging around the area. Let's get you in the air. I'm gonna need to pull those guys out pretty quickly here. Okay, let's go over to where I need to do that while it's fresh in my head. Definitely pull you guys back. Definitely take you and go after that. Take you guys and land you. I'm not going to worry about replacing their losses, but they do need to fill up those fuel tanks. I was going to say, there's not much left going on here except for this freaking bomber out in the middle. of the channel. And why not? Let's finish him off, right? There's another bomber down. What was I doing with you? Hurricane, Messerschmitt, Stuka. Alright, let's go for the Stuka. And we can send you that way. I don't want... Yeah, I done screwed that up a little bit. Let's see. You will get repaired. You will get in the air. I'll have those guys in and ready to catch whatever that is flying in for us. And you're a Spitfire, so we might as well send you to find out what that is. And it's a Stuka, so let's hit it hard. What else can we do? Right, the north. So it looks like this HE-111 wants to hang around. So hopefully we can at least get them to retreat, if not shoot them down. But critically, like, I mean, these guys need to land next turn, as do those guys. So, yeah. Alright, we got that taken care of. And let's go ahead, hit the next turn. Okay. You land. You land. You hit those guys. That's another squadron of bombers destroyed. And you land as well. I'm not going to repair any of those guys. They're all just going to fill up the tanks and get back in the skies. You definitely need to land, and we will repair you next time as well. Might as well throw everything we can against them. What do we got here? We'll get that Spitfire up in the air. Another Hurricane. This isn't the best area for Hurricanes to be in. Spitfire, that's good. I'd like my Hurricanes to go after the bombers. So that's looking pretty darn decent there. Oh, what do I do with this Spitfire? Do I send him after that Stuka, or do I bring him in here to reinforce against the Messerschmitts? We do have numbers, so I think we're safe and to just go Stuka hunting. Those guys have all moved. What do we got here? Stukas, Messerschmitts. A big-ass bomber. Let's go for the big-ass bomber, shall we? We'll get you back up in the air right away. What are you? Are you ready to launch? You are, so let's get you in the air right away. And that should be good for the next turn. Well, we convinced that bomber to leave, and really, that's all that matters. Now, we did lose the Spitfire squadron. I think they were quote-unquote rookies, so that's okay. We can afford the replacements now. I just noticed that our airfield got bombed there. That cannot be good. Let's get the Spitfire up. And we really need to do something about the north here. 4 squadrons of fighter craft was not enough. Those are all Hurricanes, huh? So chances of getting those Hurricanes up to the north quick enough are also pretty non-existent. But with the loss of a Spitfire in the south, we can now purchase... Yeah, sure, we'll bring him back to life. Slap him in the air. Looking good there. Hopefully 3 Spitfires and 2 Hurricanes can do better than what we had before. I don't know, though. We'll see. I'm a little nervous for how things are going in the north. Let's bring you in. And let's... Oh, yeah. You need to land. And you can assist. You can go after some Messerschmitts. Why not? That was actually a really good decision there. I know exactly where you're going. What else we got? That is a Messerschmitt. These are Hurricanes. That is a Hurricane. Ooh, okay. That's my Spitfire. There we go. Oh, I see what's going on here. That guy's trying to flee. Well, we will have none of that. I'm going to send you there. Damn, I was hoping we'd be able to see what that is. A BF-110. Not much when it comes to a bomber, but still something we'll want to keep an eye on. There's another Stuka squadron sent to the bottom. Would imagine those guys will potentially come this way or that way. Either way, having them there is a good spot to have them. And I think just actually concentrating on the bomber here would be a better idea than getting into dogfights with Messerschmitts. Whew, okay, that looks to be about it. Notice that number is much bigger than I remember it being. So far, British industry has been able to produce enough aircraft to replace losses. Additional command points. Maybe that just happened. I'm not really sure. What I do know, though, is that we don't have any other airfields up here. We just have this one. I need to get some aircraft to the north here to do some intercepts on these northern bombers. Okay, let's focus in on this first. We'll take you. Nothing. Don't damage any aircraft when you crash on our airfield, please. Let's get you repaired as well. Yeah, that is so not good. Man, okay. Okay. Let's just take a deep breath. We can sort through this. Where do we have holes that need plugging? And it's really coming in through the center here. So let's get ourselves a Spitfire. Let's get ourselves 2 Spitfires. And up top here, let's get ourselves a Hurricane. Alright. We got 2 more squadrons we can buy. We'll be making some more money. So that's good. We're set. There's no real immediate threat in the west, so let's get you repaired to full. You're a Stuka. Let's start bringing these 2 guys in for some R&R. You're a Messerschmitt, and these are a bunch of Hurricanes. This is not the matchup that I would desire. Oh, you're a Spitfire. Okay, well, let's get this Hurricane over here. Work on the Stuka. And let's get you over here and landed. Ooh, okay. What do we got? A Messerschmitt. So we'll use our fighters for that. We can get our Hurricanes in on the 110s. There we go. We don't have the money to replace your losses, so just hold tight. That is not good. We'll get them there. My God, we almost got that bomber down. Yeah, you can wait. Really, we have a full strength Spitfire. Just hunting Stukas? No, no, no. Come back for the big bomber. Another bomber destroyed. German morale has got to be plummeting. Okay. Man, oh man, the North is getting hit hard. So we can see we're both at 60 morale. The bombing runs of the North have a lot to do with that. Right, okay, you land. And these are all full strength. That's twice this unit and this unit that we're not able to engage. I don't know what is going on with that. I haven't seen that, so maybe it was added in an update or something. I'm not sure. Obviously, I've got a very personal bias right now towards something like that. I'm not sure I really agree with it. The German Stuka dive bombers, renowned for their howling sirens, have taken substantial losses in operations over the English Channel. The aircraft have been retired from further attacks against our merchant shipping. Whew, that's too bad, because really, the Stukas are fun to shoot, because they're relatively easy to shoot. Let's get you repaired. You're going to need to land as well. So are you, actually. And really, well, we'll do that. We'll get your losses replaced. Let's see. You are in rough shape. And now he's in rough shape, so, haha. And you'll be... That's got to be a bombing formation coming in. Let's see. Well, yeah, you guys can get into the fight down here. And can we... Everybody else has moved. I'm not flying reinforcements up to the north just because it'll take too damn long. That may be a problem that'll come back to bite me in the ass. We will see. This will not be good for British morale. Yeah. Our morale is not doing well. German bombing raids have reduced the city to ruin. As a consequence of the dreadful death and destruction, the morale of the British nation starts to crumble. Another German strike force has been assembled in Scandinavia, now heading for our northeastern coast. Oh, good. We got the Beaufighter available, which, you know, certainly will be good for heavy bombing, or heavy, maybe even going after bombers. Again, I don't... Maybe it's because I'm clicking... Nope, obviously not. I don't understand what I'm doing or not doing to have fighters engage or not engage. And that's... I'm never a fan of a video game system that doesn't make it clear why your units aren't able to do something. Okay, let's see here. You replace your losses. You're doing okay. I would have rather gone after that guy, but... You know, we'll make it work. That is not a good place for a half-strength hurricane to be. We'll pull you out. We'll get you landed. Okay. Some more hurricanes coming in. We got a lot of hurricanes. Perhaps more than we need. Let's get you like that. You like that. What else have we got? Let's get that submarine up. Submarine again. Let's get the Supermarine up. Damn. England and your names. Yeah, we might as well pull you in. Have you assist with those guys. And... there's nothing coming up the middle now, is there? Okay. We'll play the way they want to play. There's a ton coming this way, though. I should probably send some units west. Whew, okay. Next turn. The nice thing about concentrating on the fighters like we did there, taking and sort of really hitting the BF 109. Is they'll tend to turn back, right? And so then the bombers are unescorted. Which, considering the amount of fighter aircraft we've got in that area, is good news. So yeah, things are, you know, it's not a surefire easy win today by any stretch of the imagination, but we're doing okay. You know? What do we got? A 110. The 111s are obviously going to be the priority here. So let's focus in on the big bombers. And try and shoot down as many of those as we can. Though that guy probably just should have gone in for, you know, rest and repair. How are we looking up here? We can repair you, and we can get another squadron of Hurricanes up in the sky. Taking care of that. We got one more bomber there. That's fine. What's that? A Messerschmitt? So we'll just have one fighter squadron, our most experienced Spitfire pilots, to keep that unit of fighters busy while these two can concentrate on the bombers, and that should be pretty darn good. Not 100%, but considering the amount of aircraft coming in, I'd rather, you know, have aircraft in the sky than, let's get you landed, and then let's see. You can replace your losses. You can replace your losses. That should be good. Those guys will probably come around for another bombing run. We can try to lessen the damage they'll cause, but, you know, or they just won't attack. One of the two. One of the two is going to happen. Oh, thank God. Oh, no. Yeah, I definitely should have pulled him out. So we are starting to take losses. There's no question this campaign is definitely taking its toll on the Royal Air Force. But it's taking its toll on the German Air Force as well. So that's good. Unable to subdue the RAF in preparation for their invasion, intensified air raids against London have revealed another shift in the enemy's tactics. The anticipated devastation is clearly an attempt to demoralize the population and force the British government to sue for peace. So now they're just going to concentrate on bombing the crap out of London. And as you can see, London there's a lot of towns or a lot of population centers. We don't want any of those to fall like what happened to Hull. So let's hope they don't. And I think I'm going to leave the recording here. No, not the recording, just this episode. And check on my hard drive space. See if I can finish off the Battle of Britain today. Hopefully I can. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching. And we'll see you next time.